here's the thing.
Uh-oh, you froze. We have a freeze. Funny enough, it's got Bob Kulick on guitar, which
Wow.
which he is the older brother of Bruce Kulick, who would later be in Kiss as a permanent member.
I was
Um,
unaware of that.
Actually, it's pronounced Milwaukee, which is Algonquin for the good land.
Fucking love those movies, man.
I still don't get that. It's like it seemed like it started maybe in the 50s with like oldies groups, like, doing
Yeah.
songs about girls that were 16.
Happy birthday, sweet 16. That
Just
kind of
all,
stuff.
but I've never understood it. I'm just like, I guess I've never, especially once I got into my 20s, I would look at somebody that was 16 and be like, fuck no. Like
Yeah.
they will have no clue what they're doing. I don't want anything to do with the 16-year-old. But for some reason in the world of music, they're all just like, we're rock and rollers now. We must have a girl that barely knows what she's doing. Because I guess it's a control thing. I don't know. Either way, I'm not on board with it.
From the 50s, like fast forward 30 years, you get 17 by Winger.
Hey, at least he, in Texas, that's legal. So at least he went up, to that level. But still, yes. Why? I don't understand.
It's just, I don't know, man. I can't explain it.
There's a song from I believe it's either the late 70s or early 80s by a singer called Benny Mardones, and I think it's called Into the Night. And the song starts off with, she's just 16 years old. Leave her alone, they say. And in the video, he's at the fucking parents' door and he turns around and says that line and then rolls his eyes after he says the line. And by the end of the video, he literally shows up in the little girl's window and puts her on a fucking flying carpet and they fly away into the night. It's actually a really good song, but I'm all like, why does it have to be, why is there this desperation to get with a young girl? I don't understand it.
There's nothing to say that these might look a little bad in a court case if one were to arise.
That's, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I submit as evidence the song Christine 16. I just noticed that we're not doing any singing today, and I'm gonna chalk that up to my allergies and you apparently concussing yourself earlier today with your car door.
Yeah. Yeah. Just for the listeners, I was in a bit of a hurry to get to work this morning. I woke up a little bit late, and in my uncoffee fueled, so I didn't have the focus I would have on my normal morning. I hadn't had my coffee, and climbing into my car in a rush, I slammed the side of my head directly into the roof of my fucking car, and I've been pretty dizzy for the rest of the day.
So don't go to sleep tonight, okay?
Yeah. we should do at some point just all of the South Park songs.
Rank the South Park songs.
Yeah, rank the South Park movie songs. That'd be ace.
Just the movie? Because if we do other ones, the Timmy song's going to be up in my list.
Oh,
Timmy!
Man. Timmy! I love that. I just love the chorus where the rest of the band chimes in. And the lords of the underworld. Darkness fills my heart with pain.
Oh man. Okay. Well, where were we? That'll be a video bit. And then they follow it up with Nothing to Lose, which is a song about convincing your woman to have anal sex. And right out of the gate, and when once you realize that that's what the song about, when you have the lyrics like she didn't want to do it, but she did anyway. Quick side note though, the song "Crazy Nights" reminds me of and this is a weird connection, but if you've ever heard this album before, you'll know what I'm talking about. I believe it was the early 90s. I'm not sure exactly what year it was, but there was a popular children's cartoon and toy line. And if you went to Pizza Hut and paid $5, you would get an album by the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, dude.
Called Coming Out of Their Shells. And
yeah,
it's got you. If you haven't heard it, look it up on YouTube because you will love it. It is montage central by a group of, because they literally did a fucking tour. They had people dressed up as the Ninja Turtles doing a rock concert tour. And
I think I remember seeing like clips of that on YouTube. I think there's like there's a fucking Oprah interview with them. It's
there very well might be, but there's a couple songs, like one that comes to mind is there's one called Count on Us, and it's like, we're the Turtles, you can count on us. Like it reminds me of like Crazy Nights era Kiss. Like it's got that big anthemic quality to it. But
I'm gonna need to get this album, dude.
Yeah,
I think I already fucking love it.
I think it's only available on cassette, but the whole album is on YouTube.
Even better.
You know what? Now that we're talking about this, after we get done with this, I'm gonna go fucking order that thing for myself because it's been such a long time. And on that song, you got Paul Stanley way up there. I found hell to hold you. Like he's like,
man,
way the hell up there. There's a little bit of singing for you folks. You're welcome.
No has a Hot for Teacher vibe.
This sounds like the album could have been done by Danger featuring Naughty Naughty and Bang Bang.
And no. They got a triple. They got a triple in there.
I don't know which song it is on this album, but there's a thing that all these 80s bands would do in at least one song where they would use old like children's schoolyard sayings. And so there's literally a Kiss song was like, liar, liar, got your pants on fire. And it seemed like every band did that. Like somewhere in their songs, they had some weird childish thing that they incorporated into their lyrics.
The big one that sticks out to me is Play With Me by Extreme. That one's like a...
what does he say in that one?
Oh, that one's just like, just has a bunch of references to like playground games.
Oh, is that the one from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
It is the one from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Which
you're sporting the shirt.
I'm sporting the shirt right now. There's just something about montage music that does it for me, man. And this song, cheesy as all hell, but you can't beat cheese in the montage. You know, it needs to have that layer of synth and ridiculousness. That
cheese is a very important ingredient in the montage song.
Exactly. You know, it also goes well in the glam sandwich, as we mentioned.
It totally does. Coming soon from Eddie Sparxx.
Hell yeah! And then you get Reason to Live. One of my favorite.
Reason to live.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a dream or hunger inside. Everybody's got a reason to live, but it can't be all love. Man, yeah.
Yeah, My Way and Turn on the Night are kind of like, brothers in arms when it comes to the montage thing going on here. Yeah. But that just adds to what we mentioned previously about it being like, it actually feels like the soundtrack for an 80s movie that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Like, and I kind of want to make that movie around this album and just find a way to shoehorn it in. But
maybe we should do a petition to have them do a Rock of Ages style musical where they just write something around Crazy Nights and make a story out of it. I mean, there'll be 10 people will want to see it, but 2 of them will be us.
And the other 8 are just extra accounts I've made to fund it.
Change.org. We'll get a petition going. Make the Crazy Nights musical. Fuck all this political shit. This is the important stuff.
It's just like a dejected Paul Stanley walks down the road and he's just like had something horrible happen. And he's like, I'm going to walk like I walk, talk like I talk, my way.
I see it. I can see it already, man. This sounds move over Hamilton. We got the new hot musical coming your way.
One time, I have a fun little story here. It's just a little quick one.
All right.
Also, one time, the tire screech at the end of the song scared the shit out of my girlfriend because she thought I'd lost control of the car. and I had the stereo loud too. I was like, "Oh, hey, look, I've got it on shuffle and it's Detroit Rock City. I can't not have this loud." She was like, "Okay." And then, like, by the end of the song, I was on a roundabout as well. This is a British problem. I think it was like a nasty one too. You get some roundabouts when nobody actually knows what's happening. So I get onto this roundabout and I start pulling away, and she hears this screech and she's like, "What the fuck?" she goes, "What the fuck, dude?" And I said, "It's all right. It's only in the song." She was like, "Scared the shit out of me, dude."
If you listen to this podcast, go and leave a comment and a rating on there, because I think that's part of what brings us up in the ranks in podcasts. So wherever you listen to this, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, what are the other ones, like Stitcher and stuff like that?
Just 5-star review.
Yeah, 5-star review and glowing review of how we're just the best podcast you've ever heard. And then maybe eventually we will get a sponsor. we can start shilling for shit that we don't even care for. Like, hey,
Kiss air guitar strings.
No, more likely it's going to be like medicated foot rub. Or something like that. Which honestly, I would be okay with that. I'd be like, send some of that over here. I could probably use it.
This episode is brought to you by Vagiclean.
Oh my God. I really hope that happens.
Da, 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 da.